What's up, nerds? We are your hosts. I am Jake.
And I'm Chad.
This week, this week we are sponsored by Ray's Energy Drinks.
We're also sponsored by Crybaby Craig's Hot Sauce. You didn't lie when you said that you were ready up to the first sponsor. You just meant the
This week
intro.
we are going to talk about Transformers: Rise of the Beasts.
We'll also be talking about The Flash. So, let's get into it. This is the All Things Nerd Podcast. Nerd.
Welcome back, nerds, to the All Things Per. It's been a couple weeks. Welcome here. Here, ready? Welcome back, nerds, to the All Things Nerd Podcast, your weekly dive into all things purd. See what I did? See what I did there?
I'm keeping all of that, just so you know.
Yeah, okay. How was your week, Chad?
It was pretty good. It was pretty chill. I mean, a couple out of the ordinary things happened, I guess. My mom came and visited for a few days,
Mm-hmm.
where, we got to hang out as well with her. And then, I guess it's not that out of the ordinary. It's that time of year. And then I went golfing this past weekend, which was awesome. But I went golfing with an old friend of mine that I've been friends with since I was like 6. And that was a ton of fun. Got to play a new course. It's actually where they host the qualifying tournament for the 3M Open for the PGA Tour, which I did not know when we booked our tee time. It was a very difficult course. I am not pro level at all. I'm not even good for an amateur or hobbyist.
You're not, because I've played with you twice and I've never played before and I beat you both times.
The first time, there was a lot of breakfast balls and a lot of grace
I was
given.
gonna say, first time I don't
This-
think really counts because,
But the second time you did beat me by like one or two strokes, which I was not thrilled about, but it was still fun because we
got
drank
hammered.
and partied. Yeah.
We got real drunk.
There was a lot of breakfast balls that time too, but I think we were pretty we were
you-
very even with how many breakfast
gonna
balls
say,
you and I
like,
both took.
Straight up, without drinking, there's no way. You would kick the shit out of me. You gave me a lot of. I just like to give you shit about it because
Because
you said I've been playing this game my whole life.
yeah, been playing
Man.
it since I was 13. I've been playing this game for 20 years, and I still suck.
I just like to give you a hard time about it.
Yeah, what about you? How was your week or the past 2 weeks?
Pretty good, pretty normal. Nothing real crazy has gone on. I did buy a new car. It's almost running. Well, I mean, it runs fine. I just got to do some
Cosmetic.
some things. So I put new tires on it. I don't want to bore you guys with it. And then we are, as of tomorrow, which by the time this comes out will not be tomorrow, but as of tomorrow, we're 1 week away from our third trimester. Our kid is going to be here in like 3 months.
Yeah, that's
Pretty crazy.
crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Woof.
Getting scared.
But on the topic of kids, you actually got your first Father's Day gift.
I did. Yes. I'm not saying what it is. If you're one of our friends or family and you're going to be at the thing, you'll see it.
Okay.
But I got some other stuff too. But I mean, it's a jungle theme. Like,
Oh, I wasn't going to talk about that. I was going to talk about the...
oh, the respirator. Yeah. So I've had some issues with when we got the puppy, which she's not a puppy anymore. But I had some issues cleaning up her poop because it smelled so bad, and Nicole's been saying for a while, like, I don't know what you're gonna do when we have a kid, and now the kid's on the way, and I'm like, hold my breath. Tom Cruise it and start learning how to hold my breath for 6 minutes. I don't know. But she bought me a gas mask, a respirator with filters, and it's fantastic. I can't wait.
And the ones that
'Cause
you
I-
posted is pretty funny too, where it's
Yeah.
like arm goes here, arm goes here.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's a little sexist, basically saying that men don't know how to put a baby's legs. Or I'm just kidding. I don't give a shit. It's very funny.
It was funny because it came with the respirator.
Yeah. I'm not great with smells, man.
I'm not.
I have
either.
I have a stomach of steel, dude. I'm talking like I went to school to be a paramedic. Like gore, blood, shit, that does not bother me. The only thing that makes me is
Smells.
nasty smells.
Yeah.
And so with the baby coming, I was like, you're the only one changing diapers, I guess. And so she
Yeah.
bought me a respirator, and she's like, nah.
Nope. Try again, asshole. Cabron.
Oh my God, we do have to mention one big thing that happened that's not nerd related, but if you don't mind, can I?
Yeah, I don't know where you're going with this. We didn't write it down,
Oh,
so go for it.
Trump got indicted again and arrested.
Oh, yeah. That is a big thing. Yeah.
Yeah. And then what did he do after?
Because he wasn't immediately taken to jail, he went to a bar or a restaurant and was like, all the food's on me, and then dashed.
Didn't buy a single fucking thing for anybody. And they were his supporters.
And the reports say that he left before the food hit the table, so people ordered, and then he bounced. It's like, Jesus Christ. Tell me you lie about being a billionaire without telling me you lie about being a billionaire.
Fucking hilarious.
Ah.
Oh.
Well, we understand that us talking about politics is not for everyone, but if you like when we talk about nerd stuff and want to support us, the best way to support us is by going to buymeacoffee.com. It's buymeacoffee.com/allthingsnerd. It's a great way to support this podcast, the endeavors of the All Things Nerd brand. We have a new podcast coming out in the next couple of months. That is, I'm just going to say it's D&D related. And then we have some other things in the works that is all going to be kind of encapsulated. So by supporting that, not only does it allow us to do more things, because we don't take any profit, we don't make anything off of our podcasts, and
Zero dinero.
chances are we probably never will, unless you guys make us rich. So go ahead and do that. Give us your money. But yeah, it's just a great way to support the podcast. You get some behind the scenes. You'll get first looks at stuff and early announcements, exclusive merch depending on what level you decide to give at. All that stuff. There's options, and it really does
back.
help us. Yeah, give it
Give
back.
it back.
So again, that's buymeacoffee.com/allthingsnerd. In the nerd world of
Let's not
upcoming
start
stuff.
with that one. Let's end on that one, because that's the
Okay.
one I'm most mad about.
Okay.
Or the only one I'm mad about, I think.
Sames. Well, not this week from when this episode comes up, but the following week on June 29th, The Witcher Season 3 drops on Netflix.
The last season with
Henry Cavill.
Lee Cavill. Yeah, Henry. I keep forgetting that's his name.
Yeah, what did you call him?
Daddy Cavill.
No, it's Daddy Pascal.
Over
And-
Cavill?
And Papa Cavill.
Cavill.
Daddy
I
Pascal.
love Pedro, but Cavill.
You would call him Daddy?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Would I? Yeah, probably.
Yeah, cool. But season 3 drops. There really hasn't been many trailers. There's been like one full-fledged trailer.
I think they're purposely trying to downplay it, since this is the last season that Cavill is in,
Mm-hmm.
and then the next season they're gonna hype up because that's after he exited. I bet
Yeah.
you that's what's gonna happen.
I mean, if this season goes well and the reception is great, maybe the producers will renegotiate with him, because I know Cavill wants to play this role, but he wants to do the source material justice,
Yeah,
and they just really haven't been.
yeah.
So we'll see with that, but I'm really excited about it. Um,
Wednesday.
Yeah.
So when this episode comes out,
Yep, the day that this episode airs.
yeah, Secret Invasion comes out on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
I'm stoked about this. This is gonna be. I think this is gonna be really good. I hope it's gonna be really good.
I mean, I think it's going to be really good too. I just think that they've overhyped that it by trying to classify it as it's like Captain America and the Winter Soldier, but more.
Yeah.
Like, I think that they've overhyped that, but I mean, I have faith in Marvel. Like, I don't think I've watched any of their shows that I don't like. Obviously, there's ones that I like more, but
I'm excited for it. I think it's
Yeah.
gonna be good. Yeah. I'm excited to see Clark. Amelia Clark?
yeah,
What's her name?
Amelia Clark.
Yeah. I was like, wait a second. No, not Amelia. That's Earhart. No. Um, yeah, Amelia Clark. I'm excited to see her doing something that's not Terminator and not a fucking love story. So
Yeah, not rom-com or
God damn it.
oh yeah.
Drives me crazy.
Also this week, Warrior season 3 comes out. I know that we touched on it in the past.
Oh, we touched on it.
I'm so excited for it.
Yeah. And then sorry, Nicole's home. The dog's just staring at the door,
Yeah.
waiting for her to open it. So I'm just like waiting for Nicole to come in. And then we got a teaser trailer. It's not like an actual trailer, not yet anyway. But for The Last Airbender, which fucking hell yeah, dude. Sorry,
Yeah.
M. Night Shyamalan, you've had some swing and a misses, and that was one of them. That movie that you did was garbage.
Yeah.
I am so excited for this
Yeah.
show. I think it's
The-
gonna be-
the
is it a
te-
show or a movie?
It's a series. There's
Oh, fuck yeah,
so
dude.
much source material to go on that
Yeah.
if it cannot be a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think it's Netflix is doing
Yeah,
it.
it is Netflix. Yep.
Prob-
Dude.
Probably what we saw might be the title sequence, which would be super awesome. But we also got some still photos of, like Ong or Aang. We'll see how they.
Those are the characters. If those of you who don't know.
Yeah, well, it's the Avatar. It's either Ong or Aang. I've heard it both ways. And then like Zuko, basically the core 4 characters, we got stills of who they are. They look accurate to the manga, which is awesome. And it looks great. Oh,
And they're not.
I don't know if
And
it
they're
was
not white.
technically a manga. That's a big thing. And also, like, on Ong's head, like the tattoo, like when you zoom in on the high quality version of the picture that they posted, it's so detailed. It's incredible.
So
Instead of just being like an outline that glows, M. Night Shyamalan, it's actually colored in, and I'm sure that throughout the show it will still glow because it was part of the show, but whatever. It looks, from what we've seen, it looks promising, and I'm so fucking excited for it.
yeah. We also got a trailer, an actual trailer, not just a teaser, for One Piece. This is also
Manga, anime.
anime. Jesus criminy. This is also an anime. This but it's a live action. Looks dope.
Yeah.
I don't think I watched any of this, but I'm gonna now.
Yeah, I haven't. Wait until season 1 is done, only because One Piece has over 1,000 animated episodes.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna watch all that.
Yeah. I am choosing to hold off on it. I know a lot of people love it, and from clips that I've seen and everything that I've heard about it, I mean, this looks awesome. I'm gonna hold off on actually watching the anime of it solely because there's so much to watch.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot.
So kind of like with the live action Cowboy Bebop, I'm going to give it for One Piece, you know, like half a season to really determine if I'm going to keep watching it or just
Because that one didn't
switch
do
to
good, right? Cowboy Bebop.
The fans of the anime just like shit all over it, and those are the people that I'm going to trust more.
Yeah.
Especially with One Piece. I mean, it's got like 1,020 episodes. You know, so I'll watch the first half of the season, you know, as it comes out.
See what people say about it.
And if the reception is like, this is nothing like the anime, then I'll stop and then just watch the anime instead. But I'm gonna hold off on watching the anime because I want to go into this much more like fresh or green. It looks cool. It looks fun, and I know that the people that enjoy One Piece like really love it. So I'm excited.
Yeah.
I mean, side by sides and even the trailer makes it look like it's gonna be fun. So I'm pretty excited about that.
There's also we forgot to write it down here, but there is a cartoon anime version of Superman coming out.
Yeah.
It looks fucking dope. I'm
Yeah.
stoked about that. I think it's gonna be fucking badass.
Yeah. I'm pretty stoked too.
I don't know much about it. I haven't read into it, so I can't. I do know that the Jack Quaid is voicing Superman. You would know Jack Quaid as Huey in The Boys on Amazon Prime, or also in Scream 5 as the douchey boyfriend, who is also played by Jack Quaid. Yeah.
Cool.
And yeah, I think it's gonna be cool. I don't know much about it yet, but I don't even know when it comes out. But
I think they just
trailer
released
for
like
it.
you
Looks
know
amazing.
Yeah. And then not this week when this episode comes out, but the next week, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny comes out.
Woo.
It's gonna be awesome.
We'll
I
be
hope.
watching that and reviewing it.
We
for
will.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now let's get to the thing that we wanted to do last, even though I wrote it down first. But
Now I don't want to spend that much time on it because we spent so much time on all this other shit. But they released the Kraven the Hunter trailer, and it looks like hot fucking garbage.
yeah,
Garbage. And that's coming from somebody. I'm a fan of Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Same.
I really like almost everything he's been in.
not this one.
God damn it, Sony. Like, why are you making these fucking dumb-ass villain movies where you try to make the villains the good guys? And that's also coming from someone who, like, likes to look at villains objectively and, like, call them, like, you know what I mean? Like, I've said on this podcast a million times that I love a good villain. That's what...
Like a misguided soul that's just evil, but they think that they're not.
But they think they're the good guy. This isn't that. Sony is continuously giving us villains, but making them good. Like likable douchebags. And it's like, no. In the comics and shit like that, Venom is a ruthless murderer. I know that he, like, kills people in the movies, but only bad guys. He's Dexter Morganing people. Like, it's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
It's not how Venom is. He kills innocent people all the time, and they're like, "Oh, we can't make Tom Hardy a bad guy. Let's, you know, and they've done the same
It's
thing with this."
it's because Sony is like, oh man, superhero movies are doing so well, but we negotiated away the rights to Spider-Man, as they should have,
Yeah, thank God.
and they're like, but we can still use so many of his villains.
Yeah.
Let's make superhero movies. It's like, no, make super villain movies.
Yeah. If you haven't seen the trailer, go watch it. But not really a spoiler alert because we don't know how to spoil this since we haven't seen the fucking movie. But I will tell you that Kraven the Hunter doesn't have superpowers in the comics. He doesn't. Or in the cartoons. He drinks potions, like,
Serums, whatever.
yeah, that give him temporary powers, but he doesn't have any actual superpowers. And this movie, fucking
Even
in the
in
trailer,
the trailer,
a lion's blood drips into his open wound, which gives him super. Why the fuck would you get superpowers from a lion? Who fucking knows? But it gives him superpowers, and it's the dumbest fucking thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
yeah.
Go on.
I was
I took over for a little
no,
bit. You
I
go.
was
I'm
I
mad.
was
I'm getting worked up again.
again, yeah, because we watched the trailer, and I was so excited because I was like, oh my god, they actually have a trailer. Let's watch it. Dumb, because I saw like test photos first, and one of them shows Kraven like pointing a rifle at a giant male lion. You know, like, and I was like, oh, that's where he gets the vest. You know, from the lion's mane. This is gonna be sick because it was all about but he's like a conservationist, like trying to preserve like wildlife and animals and stuff like that. And then the test photo, or not test photo, but like a trailer photo still of him like pointing a gun at the lion, and it turns out that it's like his teenage self, and then he doesn't shoot the lion, and then it mauls him, but he survives, and then the lion bleeds into him, and then now he's
Beastmaster.
doesn't make any fucking sense.
It's fucking hot garbage. If you're not like a comic book fan, like, and you see the trailer, it might look interesting. If this wasn't a Kraven the Hunter storyline and this was just a movie that was coming out, I would be like, yeah, it looks kind of cool.
John
But, like,
Wildwick life.
Yeah,
Cool.
It's just fucking. But god damn it! Like, can you please give us some accurate bullshit? You guys are killing me with this shit. First Venom, now Morbius, and then this fucking garbage. Like, god fucking damn you, Sony. Stop. Just keep making Spider-Verse movies. It's the only ones you're good at. Sorry, I blew up.
Oh, I was hoping that you would go into sponsor one, but that's my turn.
Oh, I thought there was more to talk about. If you want to stop, we can stop.
No, because I'm just so mad. It does. We'll get into it in a little bit, but we had some hopes for the Flash movie at first, and based on the trailer, and this trailer already tells us that it's bad, just like the trailer for Morbius, because it's Morbin time. Like shit like that. It's just I don't want to talk. I'm done talking about it. We're sponsored by Raise Energy Drinks.
Yeah.
It's an energy drink that has 0 calories, 0 sugar, and 0 crash. And if you don't like energy drinks, they have so much to choose from supplements, pre-workout, sleep time aid, cake in a cup,
waffles.
Yeah, all that stuff, and a fair amount of it is plant-based, which is really cool. Don't take our jaded tone to make you think less of Raise energy drinks. Just use it to think less about the upcoming Kraven movie. But listen up and learn how to save 15%. We'll be right back with you all to talk about Transformers Rise of the Beasts. What's up, nerds? I wanted to take a minute and talk to you about Raze Energy, an incredible energy drink that provides max energy with zero crash. Raze Energy takes a giant leap of faith with instilling a high-quality formula to bring a powerful, yet sustained, energetic experience to help you push your workouts and focus to the next level. Perfect for anyone at any time, and powered by their Refresh formula technology, Raze Energy delivers a performance-enhancing energy drink that aids in multiple different categories that include targeted focus, better recovery time, improved clean energy levels, and a boost in stamina and hydration. But most importantly, every can of Raze Energy has absolutely 0 calories, 0 sugar, and 0 carbohydrates to give you a smarter and healthier option. So don't settle for an energy drink that contains more sugar and carbohydrates than you can count. Instead, head over to repsports.com. That's REPPSPORTS.com and use the promo code NERDPODCAST at checkout for 15% off your order. Or if you don't know what you want, go ahead and click the link that's in the description to get a $50 sample pack for free. All you do is you cover the cost of shipping. Again, make sure you use promo code NERDPODCAST at checkout to let them know that we sent you.
All right, friends, we are going to talk about Transformers Rise of the Beasts, now playing in theaters near you. It was good.
Where to begin?
It was fun. Which is, they've been kind of lacking that the past couple movies, I think. Because I loved the first 3 movies. I didn't mind the Mark Wahlberg one, the first Mark Wahlberg one. But then that one after that, the Bumblebee one, were hot trash. And then this one it was actually fun again, which is, so I liked it. It was fun. Should I say it was fun again? It was fun.
One more time.
It was fun.
I agree. This was...
Damn it, I thought you were going to say it was fun.
I mean, this is kind of like a soft reboot to what I could understand. Because it doesn't make sense for, like, the first 5. I mean, the Bumblebee one makes sense because that was, like...
Yeah.
A year before, whatever. Not a year before. It was, like, the previous decade. It was, like, based in the 80s.
Yeah. And that it is canon because...
They mention it, yeah.
Yeah, because Bumblebee's like, they're my friends. Like humans, but meaning he's been there for, oh yeah, spoiler alert.
Oh yeah. This one takes place in the 90s.
I'm the problem.
Hey, it's me. I'm the one you're looking for. Different songs, I know. Yeah. I mean, this movie was fun. It was pretty good, actually. I was surprised at how much I enjoyed this movie because some things were spoiled before I got a chance to see it.
Yeah.
And I was like, dumb. Dumb.
There was a lot of fuckery in this movie that was really dumb.
But it was really... I mean, it was like in the penultimate moments, like towards the end of the movie. Yeah. Mostly.
There was some... whatever.
I mean, it was enjoyable.
It was enjoyable.
It was fun.
Giant robots fighting each other. It was fun to watch.
It looked good.
Let's say fun one more fucking time. I dare you.
It was fun. Kill your whole family. And I know that this scene has been circling the interwebs for basically since debut night. The main character, I did not write the actor's name down, but he plays Noah in the film. Basically gets an Iron Man suit when the Transformer Mirage like sacrifices himself, and he's like, I still have a little bit left. Now you have to take the wheel.
Yeah.
And gives him like a miniature Pacific Rim Gangnam suit.
It was stupid. I'm looking up his name. You keep talking.
One thing that I heard as I was leaving the theater was someone's like, I wish that they didn't spend so much time like building like the family dynamic and the backstory of the character. And I was like, are you fucking daft? Like, that's what makes like cinema enjoyable. Like, if you don't want backstory, go watch the 11th Fast and Furious movie.
It's Anthony Ramos,
And okay.
and he is. I don't know which. I already forgot which. I'll look it up. But he's coming to Marvel. He's coming to Marvel.
Oh, he's gonna be in Ironheart.
Ironheart. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's what it was.
He's gonna be in the Ironheart show.
He's like one of the villains, right?
His from what I saw, his character has not been disclosed.
Do you know what his name was? His character name?
No,
I could probably tell you.
On IMDb, it's not listed. That's usually where I go for like upcoming projects and stuff like that. So I didn't see what it was there. It might have been speculated elsewhere, but I don't like to confirm those things until IMDb.
The Hood. He's the Hood. Yeah, he's a villain.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought I liked his character, and I mean, for what he was given, he did a great job.
Yeah. It was fun.
Like it's say it one more time, I
fucking
swear to God. I'm just kidding.
From here on out, if you say it, you gotta take a drink. I'm gonna do it right now.
It's kind of like with all that being said.
You fucker.
Thank you. That beer's looking real low.
I have.
The beer's getting real low, big guy.
Ugh. Stupid.
Yeah. I mean, with subpar writing, to still enjoy a character says something about the actor, and that's how how I felt about him and his character.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed him too. I think that dude's gonna blow up pretty soon here.
I hope so.
Like, yeah. I mean, he's a good-looking cat. Like, good for you, bud. You fucking asshole. But no, I mean that dude's gonna blow up for sure. There were the Beast. I mean, this is called Rise of the Beast. The Beast Transformers were fucking cool. If I'm gonna give this movie like props on anything,
so
it was
nostalgic too.
Yeah, watching them transform, because like obviously the Transformers that we know and love transform to and from cars and trucks and shit like that. These are animals, and they transform into this big robots, whatever. But fuck, it was cool
were like in disguise, right?
Yeah, but they're like, these are their natural form, or their form on Earth is as animals. So when they transform out of that, it's into
even on their home world. Like most of the time, they were. It's almost like a fighting stance is to be transformed into like a humanoid robot.
It was really fucking cool. That was really cool watching them transform.
So nostalgic, because not only, I mean, you and I both grew up on the Transformers cartoons, but we were, based on our ages, like preteen to early teenagers, basically when Beast Wars was out, which is where, before Hasbro acquired them.
I remember having I had the toys.
I had the Cheetor toy.
Transform into because I was gonna say a person, but that's not right.
Cheetor was basically like the Bumblebee,
Yeah.
and growing up, Bumblebee was also my favorite.
Yeah. If you've ever eaten Cheetos, you know who it is. It ain't easy being cheesy.
Nope. That would have name dropped someone, and I didn't want to do that.
Better not.
Yeah, you know who I was thinking of too.
Your dad.
Nope. Who was not Randall. Fuck.
Oh, fuck. Anyways, go check it out. It's a fun movie. Fuck. It's a good movie.
God damn it. There were a couple of things outside of that, like, Iron Man suit that we talked about that really bothered me, though. One of them was Optimus tries to sacrifice himself and almost gets sucked into, like, a black hole, basically, or, like, a portal. And Noah Diaz, what was his first name? Ramos?
Fuck.
You just looked it up.
Anthony
Ramos. Like, grabs on to Optimus, and, like, he's able to hold him down against fucking reversed gravity as...
A planet that eats planets.
Yeah, but he's, like, a dude, like, in a mech suit, but it's... Can I say dude more times? It's, like, dude-sized. You know?
Which is weird because... Oh, another thing that's really annoying about it is that car, Mirage, is voiced by Pete fucking Davidson.
Yeah.
Which is so annoying.
Let's talk about how you don't like Pete Davidson.
Let's not, because I'll take up like an hour of your time.
Yeah. But besides Pete Davidson, the voice cast is also pretty incredible. I mean, Michelle Yeoh, Ron Perlman, obviously, oh my god, I should know this.
Who is Ron Perlman? Was he Optimus Primeval?
Primal, yes.
Primeval. Fucking potato, tomato, whatever.
Yeah, there's a lot of people voicing characters, which is pretty awesome. Towards the end, it just kind of got a little weird, and then we got confirmation because during the opening credits, you know, it's like Universal and Skydance and, you know, these big things, and then there's a Hasbro.
What? Peter Dinklage was in that.
Yeah, he was Scourge. He was the main villain. Yeah.
What?
Peter Dinklage has, like,
Hold up.
incredible voicing capabilities.
Cristo Fernandez.
Who played the VW Bug, or the VW Van, plays Danny Roja in Ted Lasso.
Way to steal that thunder, fuckface.
I'm sorry. I got excited because, like, the second I heard his voice in the theater, I was like, is that Danny Roja? Because football is life.
Yeah, those are all the exciting ones. Okay.
I'm sorry. I really ruined that for you.
No, it's fine. Dick.
Until we're done recording, I get, like, a couple of text messages be like, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
That's not true.
I know it's not. Maybe today, though.
One of the big things in this movie, we got to wrap this one up. We just spent a lot of time on it.
Yeah.
One of the big things that happens at the end of this movie, again, spoiler alert, if you're still listening after we gave you the first one, it's your own fault. But they are officially merging the Transformers movies with G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of why I say that this is like a soft reboot.
No. For both franchises.
Hopefully for the G.I. Joe franchise for sure.
Yeah.
No offense to Channing Tatum.
Channing Tatum died in the second one.
Yeah, so that means G.I. Joe's gone.
But this is before they could bring him back.
I hope they don't.
This is before he died.
I hope that this is... It's just...
I will take Channing Tatum over Dwayne fucking I'm the same guy in every movie Johnson.
Dwayne the Cock Johnson. Uh, yeah.
The Will Ferrell of action movies, if you will.
He's also got family. And it's Kevin and it's Kevin Hart.
His only family. It's just a shit he took one day, and he just came to life and never went away. It's just a fucking crazy protein shake he had one day. Took a massive shit that turned out to be a little person. And it was Kevin Hart.
I love Kevin Hart.
I do too. I hope he never hears this. He won't, but if he ever did.
We still love you, man. Jesus fuck. Just for it, this movie was really fun.
Oh, god damn it.
So still go check it out.
Yeah.
If you were apprehensive about watching this movie because of past Transformers films, don't let that deter you. Because this was still good.
It was. It
For what it is.
I was like, I think I disagreed that it was so good. It was enjoyable nonsense.
I didn't say it was so good, but
let me tell you something that's not enjoyable nonsense. It's
but
Crybaby
also
Craig's Hot Sauce.
Very good.
It's Crybaby Craig's Hot Sauce. It's a pickled habanero and garlic hot sauce that goes on practically anything. Listen up, and we'll tell you more about it.
Hey, you nerds. Do you love spice? Supporting small businesses? What about enhancing the flavor of your favorite foods? If you said yes to any of those, our good friends over at Crybaby Craig's have the perfect solution for you. Crybaby Craig's is a pickled habanero and garlic hot sauce that goes perfectly with your favorite foods, adding the perfect amount of spice and enhancing the flavor of everything it touches. Started in Minneapolis by Craig back in 2012, Crybaby Craig's has become a Minneapolis and Minnesota staple in the sauce world. So head over to crybabycraigs.com and order yours today.
All right, nerds. For the next bit of this episode, we want to talk about The Flash, which is now in theaters, probably near you, unless it's already been pulled, in which case, you're lucky. Sorry. It wasn't all terrible, but it wasn't all great. And spoiler alert, it wasn't all great. That's enough time. Jake, what was your first issue?
We want to talk bad things before... I say we say good things before we shit on this.
Oh, you want to go with good things first? You don't want to end on a high note? Okay, cool. What was the first thing that pissed you off about this movie?
Everything. The first thing that pissed me off, I don't know if, maybe not the first thing, but the biggest thing that pissed me off was, there's two things that really, really bothered me. You already know them.
Ezra and Miller?
Yeah. Well, yes, obviously that one's given. One of the biggest things that bothered me is, I love Michael Keaton, and I was actually really happy. This is like one of the good things is that Michael Keaton's Batman. We'll get into that in a minute. But he's like 70 years old in this movie, and he, without the use of kryptonite, just like is going like hand-to-hand combat with Kryptonians, and it was like, what?
Yeah. No.
There's no way. And then the other big thing which really annoyed me was, again, not anyone's fault that is in the movie. It was just bad writing. There's a part where Sasha Sasha Calle. Sasha Calle, basically just picks up a metal bar off the ground. Not a super powered bar, just a bar.
Well, I think it was a cannon from the Kryptonian ship.
That don't fucking matter. Superman literally in Man of Steel flew through that ship.
I'm just saying it's probably a little bit stronger than just like aluminum, but
No,
continue.
fucking dumb.
It's still dumb. I'm sorry
And
for
just-
trying to justify it because I don't want to try and rectify what a train wreck this movie was.
You're just steamrolling me. This
I know.
time, huh?
I'm sorry.
What's going on, man?
I'm sorry. Continue. I'll sit here quietly and sip my drink through a rubber straw like a sippy
She
cup.
picks up a piece of metal off the ground and just bodies General Zod with it. I mean, bodies this guy. And this has nothing to do with the fact that she's female or anything like that. This has everything to do with in Man of Steel, General Zod and Henry Cavill Superman destroyed an entire city, hitting each other with trucks, cars, buildings, and she just picks up a piece of metal off the ground and just fucking baseball bats at fucking Goodfellas this dude into the side of a fucking ship. It was
Holy
fucking
brutal reference, Batman.
it was really annoying. I had a big issue with that. The part I was talking about with Michael Keaton where he's just throwing hands with Kryptonians. There's like a part where he's just like punching a Kryptonian in the back of the head, puts a bomb on him. The Kryptonian throws him conveniently only like 5 feet onto the ground when normally like in Man of Steel when Feora hit Henry Cavill Superman, he went like flying through a building. This guy just like grabs a human and goes yeet, and he only went like fucking 5 feet and rolled on the ground, and it was like, yeah, okay. And then the bomb goes off that he put on the back of his head, and it didn't kill him, but it like knocked him out, and it was like, no,
Yeah.
nope. Whole lot of nopes and not a lot of yups. Not one fucking yup. No yups.
The way that I described this movie to people, like my mom and a couple of friends, was there were funny moments in this movie, and I think that it had a good balance of humor and seriousness. It's just that the serious parts weren't good.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, it was funny when it was appropriate. It wasn't, no offense, Thor, Love and Thunder, but also full offense, Thor, Love and Thunder. It wasn't a full-on Taika
Yeah.
comedy with a mask being like, oh, I'm a superhero movie.
Mm-hmm.
But the parts where it was supposed to be serious weren't well written. The funny moments landed really
Yeah.
well. It was funny where it was appropriate to be funny.
Mm-hmm.
It just wasn't great. Like,
Yeah.
seeing Michael Keaton as Batman was awesome.
Was awesome.
Like, that's the shit we grew up on. Like, that was our first live action Batman to see.
I mean, I did watch Batman like with my mom
With
Adam
Adam
West.
West.
And, yeah.
See,
But-
I didn't.
There's a small, very small age gap, but yeah,
Yeah,
it matters.
apparently.
Uh, there were
It was fun.
you fucker. Hold on.
This movie really wasn't. But
There were some very good parts in it. Again, Chad was just saying Michael Keaton. It was awesome seeing him back on screen as Batman. Fuck yeah, dude. There's a part in this movie where they show like different universes colliding, and they cameo like a bunch of different, Christopher Reeves Superman and Supergirl
With-
from 1984,
Yeah.
and George Reeves, who played Superman way back in the day. And one of the cool things about that for me is that there's a movie called Hollywoodland with Ben Affleck, and Ben Affleck plays George Reeves as Superman, and then now in this movie he plays Batman. I thought it was kind of cool.
Yeah.
But we got some other Supermen.
I didn't realize this. You're the one that pointed it out to me. Was that they did technically show Henry Cavill, but it was like a silhouette of Henry Cavill's Superman. We also got the Nick Cage, Tim Burton Superman, which was super ridiculous.
Thankfully scrapped.
Yeah, that movie was, yeah.
Yeah.
But it was still cool, just like getting teased with that.
The graphics are terrible, but it was cool to
It was
see that.
most of the CGI, man. The Mummy Returns could have probably beaten it out for best visual effects. And I'm looking directly at the Scorpion King, Dwayne the Cock Johnson.
Dwayne, I'm the same person and everything, Johnson. Yeah.
Yeah. Like the CGI, like there are some parts, like when he's just running, where he runs super weird. Also, it's like he's like throwing his hands sideways, and it's like have you ever seen someone run? That is super not aerodynamic.
It's like doing the breaststroke, swimming, but then putting it in reverse, the way his hands are, right? So, like, if you're swimming, you're going like this, But if you reverse it, it's like, that's what it looks like. Am I wrong?
Well, not the breaststroke, but yeah, the front stroke or freestyle. The breaststroke is where it's like, where they're together, but...
Can you just not be a dick this episode?
No, it's too late. It's too late and you were wrong. I'm sorry. But either way, Ezra Miller's Flash runs weird.
Yeah.
And... like, this movie had a lot of potential. It was originally called Flashpoint. And then they decided not to fully follow through on the Flashpoint storyline. They're like, well, then we can't keep it called Flashpoint because people will be mad.
They're right.
And we're still mad. It was Diet Flashpoint.
Diet Flashpoint.
Like they kind of followed the Flashpoint paradox, but then didn't. There's no Reverse Flash. We kind of talked about it because you see an image of a Flash, and I was like, oh my god, is that Zoom? Because Zoom is also kind of like demonic, but then you pointed out that it's just Dark Flash, or the Dark Flash, whatever. But they don't take the time to explain it. They don't give... He's like the main villain of it, really.
I think the weird... I don't think there was a main villain. Because there wasn't any one person in this movie that I was like, oh, that's the bad guy. You know what I mean? Like, there was like...
Because I would... Oh, sorry, continue.
No, I was just going to say, I feel like they were kind of... I mean, you could argue that because he is the Flash, like Dark Flash is the Flash. He's just a future version of himself. So you could kind of argue that the only villain in the movie was Barry Allen himself.
That wouldn't even be that hard of an argument. I think that's kind of what they were going for, but they, the writers put so much emphasis on everything else that fell short.
Well, it was a 5-minute scene of the whole, if that, of the whole movie where that was the villain.
And they don't fight. It's just like a realization of like, oh no, I fucked up. Oh
yeah. On a good note, see, we are ending on a good note. On a good note, it was one of those movies where they used the F word properly. It worked out really well.
Yeah.
After Barry decides to go and fix everything, he is standing outside of like a courthouse or something like that.
For his
And-
father's appeal.
Yeah, and he talks to Bruce on the phone, and Bruce is like, "Oh, I'm just pulling up." And he's like, "All right, see you in a second." And they don't show his face right away. Somebody's walking up, and Barry goes, "Who the fuck is this guy?" And who shows up, Chad?
Goddamn George Clooney.
Nipple Batman.
And all blacked out Jordans.
So, who knows what the fuck DC is doing right now? Also,
I don't think
I don't know.
they know. I don't think
I
James
don't-
Gunn knows.
I don't know if we emphasize how trash this movie was, because we did say a lot of good things about it. This movie was hot fucking garbage. The entire movie, I was looking over at Chad and just going like, "No, this is
Yeah.
so dumb." And the director of this movie has been picked to direct the new Batman movie,
and-
Brave and the Bold.
Andy Muschietti?
And Musciati, whatever the fuck. He had a cameo. Did you recognize this cameo?
No, I
He
don't
was
know what
the
the
guy-
dude looks like.
He was like the guy eating a hot dog in slow motion when Barry was like running around him. Yeah, it was dumb.
So
Anyway,
it was like an AI computer generated version of him.
anyways,
From
I have
2005.
zero, and I mean zero. We talked about this earlier today. My faith in DC with the new takeover has gone from here to James Gunn and going, "Oh yeah, James Gunn's doing it. I'm on board." And then they fired Henry Cavill, came back down, and then this movie brought me right back down to what the fuck are they doing? And now that director is directing the new Batman movie, and I'm like, nope, nope. We'll continue watching these movies because that's what we do. We watch them,
Yeah.
we either praise them or shit on them.
And I hope to be proven wrong. I
hope
really,
so too.
really do.
Part of me, that's the big thing, is like part of me like wants it to fail because like you had the perfect Batman. Ben, I don't care who the fuck you are. If you don't agree with me, get off my podcast. Our podcast, sorry.
No, this moment,
Ben Affleck-
it's yours.
Ben
Take the
Affleck
stage.
is the best looking adaptation of an older Bruce Wayne, comic book accurate, amazing. Gave us one of the best Batman scenes in film history in Batman versus Superman, where he breaks into the warehouse and fucking murks everybody. Dude, what? I don't know how people didn't like that fucking movie. And then Henry Cavill as Superman, are you fucking kidding me? The best since Christopher Reeve. And I love other Superman. Like, obviously, I thought Tom Welling was amazing. Christopher Reeve, amazing. Brandon Routh, not so great. But Henry Cavill, the best, again, for this gritty, dark, like, universe that Zack Snyder, like, started. Henry Cavill, best looking, like, Superman, comic book accurate. Ben Affleck. Like, you got what? And now, what?
And what's crazy is we were introduced as Ben Affleck, introduced to Ben Affleck as Batman post Jason Todd.
Yeah.
So that means that, like, the right age for Damian Wayne to come in as a new Robin.
Yeah.
Theoretically, that means that Nightwing is out there somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Bloodhaven, they've mentioned it in these films. And it's just... there was so much potential, and then it was just fucking rot
Yeah.
and wrung from our hands, and we, as
But what does-
as fans, like we
Yeah.
we were just robbed. We were.
But then what doesn't make sense is that you're gonna fire like the two best comic accurate people, right? But then you're gonna keep no offense to Jason Momoa, I'm sure he's a cool guy to fucking get drunk with and high five at dumb shit, but like you're gonna keep Jason Momoa, Margot Robbie. James Gunn has already said he's keeping Margot Robbie, Ezra Miller. They're keeping Ezra Miller as the Flash. I don't know why this movie fucking flopped.
For now.
Yeah,
That hopefully that changes.
keeping John Cena as Peacemaker. Like this was all shit that was canon to, and this Flash movie, like you pointed out to me, and I'll let you fucking talk about it. But this movie, the Flash movie, was supposed to reset that shit, but it didn't reset a goddamn fucking thing. Doesn't make sense.
Except for the characters that we didn't see, because we do see Barry Allen, Ezra Miller, going and finding Arthur Curry, Jason Momoa,
Mm.
and we know that after Superman Legacy comes out, that then they're going to start working on Peacemaker Season 2. That's been announced and confirmed. And I'm not even mad about those things. Like, keep the right
It
actors.
just doesn't make sense. It just
Yeah.
doesn't make sense. That's all. That's all I'm
But
saying.
they
I'm
brought
not
back
mad about
they
it.
brought back Clooney. So Clooney is not the right age to be someone, well, on screen, because in real life he does have a teenager, but he's fucking old as shit. Like,
Hey, De Niro also has a newborn baby, so
and Pacino.
and Pacino.
They're 79
Bestest
and
of
80.
friends. Yeah. Their babies are going to be best friends. Maybe they'll star in Batman and Superman someday.
But like so much, like the point of the Flash film was to reset what the DCEU had started, because it was tanking.
And the only characters they got rid of were the best characters.
They were the ones that were like, hey, we signed these contracts and you have fucked us. And they're like, yeah, you're fired. It's fine.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. Like, let's just not talk about that. And then the people that are like, I'm happy to work. They're like, okay, cool. And then one of them is like, hey, hubby, do I still have my job? And then he was like, yeah, you still have your job. Don't worry, babe.
Yeah.
Always and forever. You're going to be in everything I do.
Yeah.
I like her as an actress. It's nothing against her. It's just
Never-
James Gunn plan doesn't make any sense.
I've never seen her in anything but his movies. I know she's been in a couple of things outside of it, probably like softcore porn, but Yeah.
Stripper zombies?
the softcore porn.
That's fun fact. That's a movie that she's in
Yeah.
with actual porn stars about, you could guess by the title, stripper zombies.
Oh.
It if this is so off topic, but if James Gunn wants to keep the actors
I
from
was gonna
what
say,
it was,
his wife, he has to keep putting her in his movies. But never mind, you were going somewhere else.
yeah, I was going more in line with what our podcast is about. If he wants to keep those actors, do it. The Flash was supposed to reset those things.
Mhm.
But recasting, having random I doubt George Clooney is going to be in anything moving forward. It's like, so where does this where does this lie? And if George Clooney is going to be Batman again, I'm fucking done.
If you were gonna reboot, if you were gonna use this movie to reboot, you got to reboot everybody. You can't keep the ones that you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't keep the ones that you like and then fire all that. You know what? It just doesn't make sense. I'm sure there's some way.
Doesn't make any fucking sense.
It doesn't make. Yeah, I'm just crabby about it. It is what it is, but
Either reboot everyone.
especially if you're gonna go with now they're gonna the casting for Superman is somebody in their like 20s, like, but you're gonna make an old old Batman. Like what?
And skip multiple Robins. And, yeah.
Like it doesn't make sense. And then keep Ezra Miller, who's a piece of shit, like child groomer, like.
Technically, they bought those, or not bought, but they beat.
He bought those kids? Oh, okay, I didn't know.
No, they
My bad.
they beat that conviction.
Oh, by settling.
No, actually, it went to trial.
No.
There just wasn't evidence to prove it, but there is evidence to prove that they rented houses, destroyed them, and beat the shit out of the owners of the house that they rented from.
Nice.
Yeah, but that's totally besides the point.
Yeah.
Just either reboot or use
Make it work
this
with-
movie to refresh.
Yeah.
Either option works. But if you're doing like 50-50, it's not going to work because the timelines that they used for the DCEU before James Gunn came in didn't make sense and it didn't work. So, or just let them all be fucking individual things. Which is fine, because like the old school Batman movies, like Tim Burton's, you know,
I wanted
all those
a
things.
I wanted a Batfleck solo film. He killed it as Batman. I wanted to see Ben Affleck
He was
in a solo
hired
Batman
to do
movie.
it. He was
Yeah.
hired to do it and hired to direct it. And we know that Ben Affleck can direct his ass off.
Fantastic. Yeah. If you've ever seen Gone Baby Gone or fucking Argo.
Yeah.
Argo was phenomenal.
And that all just went to shit. And it's just like picking and choosing. We're no longer even talking about The Flash, really. But, like,
Yeah, we gotta stop. We gotta stop.
yeah.
Is it?
Uh,
We're done. We're done.
Yeah.
It's go see it. Tell us what you think if you disagree with us, but my guess is you won't.
Yeah. So let's just go ahead and close out this episode.
But before we do, we are going to talk about our honorable mentions. Chad, what do you got?
Well,
Other than, just kidding.
prawn? Yeah. So, I mean, it's been a couple of weeks since we podcasted. So, over the past couple of weeks, I did rewatch the 4 Indiana Jones films. Which means I did give The Legend of the Crystal Skull a second chance.
And
I liked it better than I remembered.
I love Shia. I'm waiting for a Shia comeback.
I am too, actually.
Yeah.
So I watched that, and then, you know, I watched Narcos, finished season 1, I'm now in season 2, a couple of episodes in. But the big thing was I watched Extraction 2, which just came to Netflix with Chris Hemsworth. It's just as insane as the first one. It's incredible. Action-packed. It was really great. I really enjoyed all of the things that I just talked about.
That's funny.
Woo! But yeah, what about you? What have you been watching?
Boy, I'm also only a couple episodes into Narcos season 2. I got to get back on that because I was going strong for a while and then I kind of stopped. There's a show on. Sorry, I'm like holding back a hiccup / burp because I don't want it to. So I keep like stopping myself. There's a show on Apple TV called Platonic, starring Seth Rogen and Rose Byrne, and it is so fucking funny. Like,
Like
OMG,
so funny.
It is really funny. I mean, like, really fucking funny. And they have great chemistry. If you've seen the Neighbors movies, Neighbors 1 and 2, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They have awesome chemistry, and it is really, really good. I enjoy it a lot. There is, like, some whatever. Anyways, check it out. I did also make Nicole hasn't seen the first Extraction movie, and I really wanted to watch it last night, and we could have talked about it on this episode, but unfortunately she hasn't seen the first one, so we watched the first one last night, and we will be watching the second one tonight.
Yeah.
That's it. That's what I got.
Awesome. Nothing else. I know that we kind of left a blank spot
There-
in case you thought of something.
there's other stuff that I'm sure I've watched, but I can't. Nothing really. We watched the first 3 Pirates movies, Pirates of the Caribbean. I forgot how much I really didn't care for the third one. The first 2 are fantastic.
The third one was...
You know what though? Just way off topic, and I'll only take like 30 seconds of our time. The fact that there is bad CGI now blows my mind, because in Pirates of the Caribbean 1 and 2, but 2 specifically, with Bill Nighy or whatever, as Davy Jones, his tentacles and shit. That's all. Did we already talk about this? No, we haven't. Not on the podcast. Anyway.
Not on the podcast. Yeah, we've talked about
His
it.
CGI was fucking insane, dude. And that movie was like 10 years ago.
And it had no prosthetics. He literally
Yeah.
wore the gray suit with the mocap balls and
Yeah.
had the dots on his face. Like,
Mind blowing. And then now, 10 years later, you're thinking like, oh yeah, it's going to be way better. I feel like we're going backwards. We're going to be watching fucking Tomb Raider on Sony PlayStation 1 in like 5 years. It's crazy. Yeah, I give those movies fucking mad props, because that CGI was insane. Anyways, that's all. I'm done.
do you want me to offer up my thoughts on why CGI has gotten bad in the past couple of years? Or
Please do.
So my thought on it is, these movies are planned out years in advance, and they have these deadlines. They can only delay them so much at a time. So I think that COVID really fucked the movie industry.
What really fucked everything? Unless you're a Republican, then you're living your best life.
We haven't said it yet, but I think that's an appropriate time to say sorry, Mom.
Only your mom. My mom's Democrat.
But no, but like COVID shut down so much stuff, so everything got pushed back. But they could only push it back so much because they've already invested so much time and money to marketing deadlines and everything outside of actually making the movie. Because now almost every movie that uses CGI to some degree that goes to theaters has a huge fucking budget. And so, they pushed it back so much and then overworked everyone. And that's kind of why I like both the writer's strike and just the strike in general in Hollywood is going on right now. And they could only push it back so much because of their own greed, really, is what happened. And now they're just playing catch up. Because, some Marvel films, like post-COVID and shows, the CGI was a bit spotty, whatever. I mean, even the sound in Spider-Man Across the Universe, they had to re-release, the files for the sound to be more balanced after opening weekend and stuff like that. That's why. Is because COVID pushed so much stuff back, then people were overworked and just delivered a project to meet the bare minimum standards. And now it's just all about playing catch up from here. It is what it is. It's a bummer. But we've already seen improvements in other things, not The Flash, but in other things with their CGI, like really trying to, get past that little hump. But The Flash was delayed like twice before COVID hit, I think they were just kind of finally like, yeah, fuck it. Like, we're just going to put this out. It's half done. Just make sure there's no like green screen in the backgrounds.
But then to argue against you is Andy Muscati or whatever the fuck said that there is a 4-hour version of this movie, but he likes the finished version better. So
It's
I don't
probably the same way that like the Gus whatever that played the Flash on the CW and the girl that
Grant
played
Gustin.
Grant Gustin, thank you, sorry, and whoever played Kara in Supergirl, you know, like all these celebrities that were just paid to talk about how great this movie was, probably knowing full well that they just bastardized their
That's
entire
what
characters.
I said. You and I had a talk about this, and
Yeah.
I was like, I feel like this is all bullshit, dude, because...
They probably got paid to give a positive thing or some sort of stipend. Like,
Yeah.
hey, let's...
It was
Hey.
a marketing thing.
Yeah. That's all
They
that
tried
it
to hype
was.
up.
Or they
'Cause
just...
it failed. What's the box office is...
It did worse than Black Adam did.
Yeah.
And Black Adam... I mean, it surprised me that it was
I
better
it
than
was
what
better
I
than what I thought
expected.
it was going to be. Yeah.
This movie was not. The Flash was not. But I think that's the same sort of thing of like, oh, well, my director's cut. The director's cut is what the director wanted. And to be like, well, my director's cut is like this long, but I think this one's better. It's like, then why is that not the director's cut?
Mm-hmm.
The director's cut is what you wanted.
Mm-hmm.
But you're telling us that what you wanted is worse than what we got? I don't fucking believe you. Okay. My rant is done. I'm sorry. Yeah,
we played on each other there for
we do
sure.
have to wrap this up. So, if you like this show, give us your money, please. The best way to do that is go to buymeacoffee.com/allthingsnerd. It gets you some exclusive merch, behind the scenes, first looks at upcoming projects, because there's a handful coming. Coming.
Or you could go to Chad's house and he'll give you $50 for a handful coming.
No, it costs $50. I don't pay for that. I'm an internet celebrity, bitch. But if you don't want to give on a monthly basis, we totally understand. If you want to do one-time sort of thing, go to allthingsnerdpodcast.com. It's a great way because you can still get merch. You can still get something for your money. Whatever we get, we just put right back into the show and other projects that are in the works. We don't pocket anything. We literally don't make money off of this, and we're totally fine with that because that was never the intention of this show.
Exactly.
Or if you don't want to do that, just like, share, subscribe, tell your friends, family, whoever. It's a great way to spread the word, and it costs you nothing, but we appreciate it so much. Any final words from you, Jake? Well, on that note, we love our listeners, we love our supporters, we love everything about you all, and this has been the All Things Nerd Podcast.